Hello? Yeah. All right, so these are 9 things I use almost daily in Chrome DevTools. I hope people don't find them too simplistic and get some value out of it. So first up, searching. Fuzzy search is something I use every day. Command 0, it brings up the selection. You can put fuzzy search for characters, bring up your file, enter. If you do Command Shift 0, or O or P, it'll bring up every function in the file. And again, you can do fuzzy search in here. Here we go, bring it straight to that file. Bingo. Forcing CSS states. So when you're building buttons, you need to, your hover states, your focus states. It's a pain in the ass to do the whole reload cycle. So what you can do instead is you can force state. So what if I can do, select this. Come in here, you have this little selection here. And now if you hit hover, it gives you your hover state. You focus. And where this is really useful is where you have combinations of states. So you have your styles here, and yeah, very useful. Editing animations. So here you have this button with this amazing animation. If you've had to work with CSS animations before, it's a pain in the ass. But luckily in DevTools, we have this new thing here, this little pink button. Click this, it actually brings up this new modal. So you have your basic ease in, ease out, all this, but they're very boring. So instead what you should do, create some crazy ass animation, cubic Bezier animations, and it changes this. You can also, if you come in here, hit this lad, you can actually change the speed of the animation, so if you need to debug some complex animation. So, bingo. Break on. So if you find that on the page there's some code which is changing some DOM, you don't have a clue what's going on, what you can do, find the, so this, what it does, take this, change an attribute, inspect. So if you come here, it's called break on. So this is going to tell me now what JavaScript is breaking or changing this class. So you can do it on attributes or on subtree modifications, so that's DOM underneath. So I'm going to do attributes. So I click this, it's going to bring me straight to the code that actually made this change. And larger code bases, it's a godsend. Yep. Command line API. So in the Elements tab, as you navigate around, Chrome is actually remembering the last 5 elements that you selected. And where this is useful, so if you go to the, Jesus. So when you come in here, $0 is the last element you selected, $1, all the way up to $4, $5 doesn't give you anything. It's quite useful. Temp variables and copy. So say you have this JSON response, you actually want just a little bit here, right click, store as variable. You now have this nice variable which you can work away on. So there you go, you can work away on that. But what's really nice is if you do this, it actually copies your clipboard. And so yeah, it's a much nicer way of working with JSON. This is a big one, use the debugger. We should be long gone the days of alert and even console log. While it's nice now, we should be using the debugger every day. So it allows you to step into your code, allows you to step over the code, allows you to step in, you can step out. And a really nice addition that Chrome has actually made in the latest version is that you can see here, you can see actually all the state of your local variables, and it's very, very useful. But one thing is if you're in a loop, it's a pain in the ass because you're constantly going to be in here. So what you can do is there's something called conditional breakpoints. So they say that. So that's another thing. You actually live edit your code and you can run it again. So I'm going to create a conditional breakpoint here. I say, oh, you only want to stop in the 9th iteration, or 10th, whatever the hell. So we go again, and you see I is 9, so now you don't go through that whole loop. It's pretty handy. So there's conditional breakpoints. And then this one is pretty great if you work with a lot of third-party libraries, like Angular, Ember, Backbone. So if you use the debugger a lot, you'll find, you come in here, we have a bit of jQuery code which passes this as a param, and we actually want to step into this function. But what will end up happening is, oh God, you jumped into jQuery. That's kind of a pain in the ass. So then half your time you're spent jumping in and jumping out of code. So what you can do actually instead is if you go to your sources tab, find jQuery, right click, BLACKBOX script, where was I? So now if you come back again, and then if you try to step into your code, it actually just brings you into the actual function that you wanted rather than jQuery. Yeah, so I think I got through those quicker than I expected, but 9 things. Started at 11, but yeah, there we go. Thanks.